wake up, it's a brand new day. Crank radios live 101.5 on the play. Worldwide vibes from the street to the block. Coffee with Flyy and my girl Ciroc. Monday through Friday, we keep it turned up. Sipping that brew while we run these cuts. Last news and the hottest tracks in town. Crank radio, yeah, we hold that crown. Get your morning right, get your morning lit. Flyy Ciroc got the world rocking with. Get your morning right, get your morning lit. Flyy Ciroc got the world rocking with.
Here we go. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Today we got Legacy the Great.
Woohoo! What's up, Legacy?
How you doing, Mr. Guard Your Throat Season on Maximus in the building?
That's what's
Definitely.
up. That's what's up. So what's popping off? Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you from.
All right. I'm originally from Brooklyn, a foster child that 14 of us were put up for adoption. I was never adopted. Um, I went through some things younger, group homes, correctionals. I ended up being a high honor roll student and playing basketball, football, and soccer at school, and that's what kept me motivated. Music, acting. I was in drama club. I was in the art club. I was in my first major play on Broadway when I was 14, La Raza Latina live on stage with Bayshore High School. And
Okay.
acting and dancing and music has been my passion since I was like 7 or 8 when I was in foster care or group homes and growing up without the family. But fortunately, I was the only one out of us 14 to be able to finish high school, go to college,
Oh, that's
um,
good.
and get through addictions and problems that I had when I was younger, certain affiliations that kept me from not being able to progress in my life.
I understand. So you would say like just to deal with the emotional things you were going through with adoption, you turned to music and dancing.
Yeah, well, it started with poetry more when I was about like, so when I was 6 or 7, I started drawing. By the age of 8, I was drawing still people. Like I would tell my sisters to sit still. I
Mm-hmm.
started, and then by that last 8 or 9 years old, I started writing poetry. And actually, I want to shout out my brother-in-law, Twisted Poet. His name is John Oviero. Um,
Okay.
he met my sister while we was in foster care, and he started training me in Shaolin. He see something different in me. And when he started listening to my poetry, he said, "I think you're too strong for poetry. You should take that into like." So he started taking me to the ciphers in Long Island and New York when I was young. This is when they'd have the big karaoke machine in the middle of the floor, 4 microphones plugged up to it, and the microphones
Okay.
being passed around. And when it gets to you, you got to just do something.
Mm-hmm.
First time I performed in front of people was I was like 10 and I was freestyling on a karaoke machine and everybody was like, "You're actually freaking nice." And then by like 11 or 12, I started learning Spanish through the foster home. So I started doing the bilingual Spanish.
Oh, so you wasn't born bilingual? You started learning it?
I started learning it. Like I'm more Apache, and
What age? At what age?
at like 12 or 13, I started watching the soap operas with my foster grandmother. It's a funny story. So
Okay.
foster parents used to always come out. Like we got Latin in our blood, but we're more Apache. But my foster parents used to just come out and just tell you what to do, and forgetting that we didn't know English, to just come out. And I used to always hate it. Like, you know what? So I started watching soap operas and listening to the music with my foster grandmother when I was like 12, 13. And
Oh.
within a year, I was understanding it and writing it first. So I had a problem where I didn't want to speak Spanish because I didn't know if I was saying it right. And then sometimes people would laugh at you and stuff like that. So it didn't start till like the age of 17 and 18 where I really wrote my first few songs where I was
Hmm.
going Spanish and English and everybody was like, yo, that's crazy. And then by
Yeah, because
19,
you do like this Spanglish thing, right? Where
yeah,
you
we
rap
call
in both English and Spanish. I actually had an opportunity to see you perform, and I was like, maybe he's just rapping too fast. But then I was like, I think Fly was like, no, he rapping in Spanish. I was like,
yeah, because
okay.
Definitely was.
one of the verses you heard, it cuts up because it goes like English and Spanish. So that's the so it started with Spanish, then I started doing it in French and Italian. I'm trying to do it in Arabic now too. But that
Mhm.
verse you heard, like that's what people tell me. They're like, "Yo, bro, sometimes we don't understand what the hell you're saying, but this shit fire." Like, and another thing is, I believe I got it mastered because if you rewrite somehow, I don't know how, if you rewrite my Spanish words into English, the whole verse still rhymes. So like the one you heard was the one where I was wild and I was like, I barely met my father while bother stopping a month of dollars, grab you by your collars, smack caras and feed you to piranhas, sacando navaja, trabaja, te cagan time of drama, ven con la boca virada y la lengua que la traga, pa que paga, step into you and they find you una caja. So it's what I do is I just mix in, I take some English words, break them off, the ones I want to emphasize, and
Mhm.
put them in Spanish. And somehow
Okay.
the Spanish crowd, they love it when I do that. And even people who don't understand it, I swear, have always said, yo, I don't know what the hell you said, but that was fire.
Well, shout out to the foster parents out there. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
You really, exude one of those people who just been speaking Spanish and English your whole life. Like I would have never thought it was so close.
I really have it. And a lot of the things I got like in my life right now from my foster parents, like I ended up being a construction worker on state highways and rebuilding houses from the floor up. My foster dad taught me all of that. Like he started me off young, working in wood shop, sewing. My sisters taught me cosmetology. Since I was young, the foster home really was like, some people say, oh, it's bad. You grow up in a foster home. Nah, I've been through shit. But the shit that I've been through was with my family. It's a
Right,
foster
not the
home
foster people.
gave
I
me an
get what you're
outlet.
saying.
I've
So
been
listen,
through.
you were saying the poetry turned into a showcase. When actually rap is rhythm and poetry, right? So that's what RAP
Yeah,
stand for.
I
So
still
how
do
was that
poetry.
transition?
I still do poetry slams now, but the transition to me is I think that music is deeper. Like you know what I mean? When you could put it to a beat, and most times when I do a song, the beat gotta talk to me. I don't search for beats. I don't be like, oh, this the beat I'm gonna hit. I let a beat find me. It's a thing
Mhm.
that I do. Also, if I don't like a beat, something that I was taught, that's the beat that you gotta hit because you gotta challenge yourself. But the transition for me was I feel like you catch it. You could show more emotion when it comes to music, more the pain, more the anger. Sometimes poetry is just bland. It's a little bland. Then everybody snaps. But when you come with the whole show, the right beat, the right performance, like me, I dress up. I like to have certain things I wear, socks, sneakers with cartoons, characters, all of that. So to me, it's
Yeah,
about with music, you can put on a whole arcade basically. It depends on which artist is really coming with his show. Like I go from I was doing sets where I'll switch my outfit in between sets 3 times, and everybody be like, "Yo, how you so quick at that?" Like,
that's
I
what's up.
like.
Right.
I think with music, you can put on more of a theatrical show, basically.
Hmm. So, what are your struggles in rap right now? What are you having a problem with in rap? Or do you think you're on the right path?
I actually, I do have struggles in rap. So the struggles in hip hop have been for me that I've been involved with a lot of people that have names since I was young. My first show was with Death Row West when I was 14 in Rockville Center, Long Island, when they were signing Kano with Trigger, Corrupt, Nocturna, Goldie. I was young, like that was the first stadium we filled. And I've taken a lot of the wrong routes in music, listening to people. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently going through one of them situations. To be serious, we're gonna get into that. I'm currently going through one of them situations right now. So my jail time wasn't what affected me because there was a time I went to jail in 2022 and we were dropping a song every weekend. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's never been me going away or nothing like that. It's been the people that I deal with. I've dealt
Yeah.
with a lot of messed up stuff, and right now I'm currently dealing with some people in the industry that we were doing a whole project and some features, And then all of a sudden they turn around and back down because I'm not a yes man, and I won't do what you say, and I won't take the percentage of the cut that you think you're gonna give me. And if I don't own my masters and my rights, I don't want the feature. So I ended up into something with a label right now. I was gonna do a big album with another artist that's in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and they turned around and tried to tell me that they own the features and this and that. So I stopped the whole project on them. We were supposed to drop an album called La Gran Manzana, the Twin Towers. It was two Spanish and English artists coming out of New York. I'm not gonna mention his name yet because I just spoke to his management group. But yeah, we were supposed to do something big together. The Wu Tang was involved. Um,
What
it
was
was
the label name?
the label name Hollywood
Yeah.
Management, Hollywood Management Group,
Okay.
and the person who owns it is the artist that I'm talking about. So
Did
eventually,
you have a manager at the time?
no, I didn't have a manager at the time, and that's where they tried to pull the gusto at because they don't know that I got my BMI, my ASCAP, my writers, my publishers. I own all my music. Like I've been dropping mixtapes. So I was originally a battle rapper,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first big transition in hip hop. I didn't lose a battle till I was 18. Never lost a battle. I retired battling, but battle rap was where I originally started. And when I started making mixtapes and albums with themes and ideas to them, people wouldn't like. Everybody just wanted me to be a battle rapper. They're like, that's where you're at with it.
So you saying you was a battle rapper and you crossed over and just started making music.
And
Now I
started.
know that's a hard transition with battle rappers.
That's
It's
a mean transition. And I'm gonna tell you the truth that right now with what I got going on, that's why on one of my posts I put guard your throat. Say like I had a battle about 3 months ago in front of the Wu Tang with a kid they put on there.
right,
I just
right.
I destroyed them in 2 rounds. They didn't want us to go to third round, so I'm still undefeated as
That's
of
what's
today.
up.
I'm still undefeated. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all that so Legacy the Great, the artist you're interviewing today, I became that 10 years ago. Tony Coldheart Freezes was the original battle rapper, the street gangster, the dude going to jail.
What's his
The
name? What's his name?
Tony
Because you
Coldheart,
talking in person, but you gotta slow it down a little bit. So what's it?
Tony,
What's the old name?
Tony
Tony.
Coldheart Freezes. And
Okay.
that was a name I got from somebody important that's in
Mm-hmm.
the Italian mob. They make crafty names. So it became Tony Coldheart. Everybody would call me Freeze. But the alias and the persona that Tony Coldheart Freezes was always battling, coming out wild and like so when I transitioned to legacy, I was able to do my reggaetons, my dembos, my
Mm-hmm.
R&B songs, my so legacy is people be like there is an alter ego because legacy dresses different.
Right,
Cold
right,
is like the attitude, and I'm not gonna lie, the industry just made me post Cold Heart Lives because I will start battling again. I'm not worried about like is I'm happy being a regular artist now where I can do club music and doing drill music and doing
right,
reggaeton and dembo. I even got a song with a country singer on it that we took her, we made her a chipmunk, slowed it down, so we're streaming into all genres right now.
right,
But but for real, like it was a mean transition coming out of being a battle rapper. Like it still happens where people be like, "Oh, we want to hear that." Like they don't want to hear legacy. Sometimes people push for Cold Heart. So the project I'm working on right now is a double CD or a double internet project, however they label it. It's Tony Cold Freezes, The Coldest Summer Ever, and Legacy the Great, 25 to Life.
mm-hmm.
So I'm dropping an album for Legacy and a mixtape for Cold Heart at the same time, and you'll be able to see both alter egos. Like it's a wild so far with the beats and the theme that I got for both of them. I got the album covers; they're already done. I make sure I pay for everything and own everything that I do. Like
Right. So let me ask you a
it,
question. You said you was incarcerated. Did that affect you in any kind of way as far as, your rap career?
well, when I was younger, it didn't because I came back home. I went in from 19 to 21, and I came back home and destroyed. It was something that so it was during my first year of college. I illegally carried a firearm to school
Right.
and blew my scholarship by being a dickhead. I was living on the wrong side of Syracuse. I wasn't from Syracuse. I was fresh there, and it was just a lot. So that one didn't really affect me because I came back home and we did a tour after that, and everybody was like, "Whoa, you right back on it." You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that one kind of like bigged me up. Like he came right back to it. Then I did a year and a half when I was 27. That one also bigged me up again because I was on a few year run and I go away and my engineer was dropping songs while I was away and I come home and everybody's like, bro, you're right back at it, right back to performing, right back to in the clubs. Like, oh, I've always performed. That's what I love to do. I love
Right.
to be on the stage, walking into the crowd. So this last one affected me. And that
Mhm.
was in 2022. When I went, I was going through some things with the family. My granddaughter had died. And
Mm,
after years of being clean, I turned back to coke. And I went on a rampage. And before I went to jail, I crushed the phone. I
Mhm.
lost two pages. I lost Cold Heart and Legacy. Both of them were over 10K followers. I lost all my music, all my YouTube videos. Basically, this one started me all over again. This was the one that affected me, the one from 2022, 2023. So I was quiet the whole 2024. And then right when New Year started, I went to New York. I got, babe, where's my hoodie? Right there. I got a clothing label that we're about to drop, the Great Ones Only. So I went to New York on New Year's and we started letting people know. Like I remixed some of Kendrick's songs, some of Fred the Godson's songs. Nobody knew I was still working. The first show that I did, it went haywire. People were like, "Oh shit, he's back." But really, people found my Facebook, my Instagram, and my TikTok, and were like, "Bro, we thought you like gone." I had people tell me, "Bro, we thought you were either dead or in jail for that." Like this one affected me to where I lost everything. I'm starting completely over. However, I'm proud of it because starting completely over, my
Mhm.
page is already looking good. I've been performing since the moment that I said I'm about to start rapping again. I've been in studios. We were actually in Sugar Hill where
Do,
Method
do
Man recorded
do
his
you
first.
feel you said you started all over. You're starting over. Do you feel that that's good as an artist to start completely over and to rebuild the fan base? Because you're losing something there, right?
I think I'm back at 2.7 now. I've lost a nice amount of followers and fan base and people who used to comment and write. But I think for me, I don't know how the artists would take it, but I think it was a good thing because it woke me up. Like you need more material, you need to do more, you need to get out there more. On top of that, I'm starting fresh. It's like all of the old stuff is no longer there to me. The jail is not there, the gangs, the affiliation, the drugs. So to me, it's a good
Right.
thing. I'm getting to learn all the platforms now. It
Right.
was
Right.
in the industry where like get your Twitter, get your TikTok, get your Instagram, get your you want to be on social media. So my social media is now I learned all of the things I need to learn to build my platforms. I ended up getting my BMI, getting my back ASCAP, my writers, my publishers. So starting over, I feel like for me was good because I came in with a lot of that. Now I'm searching to know everything I need to know to really deal with music in the industry. And now
Right.
I'm paying more attention and now I'm learning more. Because back then, I'm not gonna lie to you, Tony Cohart Freezes had a problem where I was like, I'm a great rapper. You're gonna get that overnight deal,
Uh-huh.
just battle somebody or go do a show and somebody's gonna see you. So my attitude was like, yo, I'm the nicest rapper ever. It doesn't matter. I wasn't. It humbled me down. It humbled
Right.
me down basically.
Well, now I spoke with you earlier. I know you said you had some problems with the last, people you was dealing with before, and a couple of threats or whatever. So tell me about that.
The threats are all like none of them are like life or death threats or nothing like that. It's like the one that pissed me off. I got told, bro, we'll close every door in the industry to you. And I had to tell that person, like, bro, you think 25 years independent, I'm still doing shows. Like, you think I haven't dealt with Sony and Def Jam or Star Song or Spitfire? Or you think I haven't been blackballed and backdoored before? The threats were like, bro, we'll make sure nothing ever happens for you. You can't make sure of that. You can't. I got too much material. On top of that, your artists don't want to battle. On top of that, I know too many people. I'm not scared of the threats where people are like, if you don't deal with me, it used to mess with me. You don't deal with me, I'll make sure no one deals with you. But you don't own the industry, my man. You don't.
Right.
And that them type of threats just pissed me off. And that's what I told him. I was actually gonna fix the situation I had with him. And I got the text messages over the last 3 months. Once a month I done tried. And today was the day I tried again. I was like, listen, I got a radio interview I told them ahead of time. I was like, if you guys want to fix this, y'all still want to do the features, y'all still want to. And the attitude came, and the I know too many people in the industry, and I'm the main. I don't know what dude is trying to say. He's just trying to say that he runs too much shit, and they are Wu Tang affiliates,
Mm-hmm.
so I understand. And one of them was recently on tour with Master Killer, and that's how I ended up in this situation because I was gonna go with a contract under Hidden Chambers, OG Live,
Mm-hmm.
with the Wu Tang, and who they affiliated me with is what caused the problem. So
Mm-hmm.
just because of that, like you being Wu Tang and you being a label, you affiliate me with somebody, and I cut everybody off. I went to the point where I don't want your features, I don't want your business, I don't want the bad blood, so I don't want nothing to do with y'all. And it became, oh no, you're gonna, and I'm like, I'm gonna, bro. The artist that I'm dealing with been on the rock for 2 years now and only made $1.70 off of the song he dropped. He's been on tour. He's not doing nothing. They were trying to use me to blow his name. So we were doing a project where I take this Spanish artist and do a bunch of features with him while they give us bigger features like Mano and Bizarre and stuff like that. And I get to blow him up.
You did a feature with Mano?
I got the feature right now with Mano and I'm
Oh,
not
that's
done with
good.
it. I got a Mano feature. I got a Jadakiss feature. I got
What?
a I got a Bizarre from D12 feature. I
What?
got Cassius from D12, which is
So
the
what you
one that
okay, hold on, wait,
Because we
pause,
got
pause,
we got
pause, 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 pause. What are you doing with the music and why are you sitting on it? Why is it that you just got these features?
well, he was
I
kind of
missed
explaining
something.
that about the problems he was having with the label.
so yeah, so what had
So wait,
happened
okay, I'm sorry. So you have these features with the label. So the label made sure you had these features.
now
But he can't do nothing with it without
I bought
without them
all the I
signing off
bought
on it, right?
I bought I bought
And what
all
did, and if
the
you could just bottom line your issue with the label, what was your issue with the label?
I bought so while I was already thinking about what was going on with them moving forward, so the other artists, we had situations where, all right, let's say they said there's a show in New York. We went to the show in New York. I spent a week in there with my wife. She's here with me. We had to sleep in a car for them 3 days. Where this artist was living, he don't even live nowhere. Like this is what it sounds like to me. But we went out there. I spent from coming back in St. Louis 4,800 that I made on a contract. I paid for all food. I paid for all rides, all gas, all clubs, all weed, all liquor, all everything. You feel what I'm saying? I leave. We do the we record at Sugar Hill where Method Man recorded at years ago when he was doing his first album. And I get the stuff done, and when I leave, none of it is mastered. None of it
Right.
is mastered. Now on our contract, it was if I give you this certain amount, I get the 4 major features a month. I paid for it. On top of that, it came with the promotion, the publicity to put me on their pages as an artist, all of that. I did my whole part. I bought the first 4 features. It was supposed to be 12 in general, so it had been 3 months.
So
I blew.
you paid for the
Yeah.
features.
So the
Well,
first
you own
four,
the
You
rights,
paid for the
so you
features.
own them. You know what
the
I'm saying?
first
You got
four,
the
I
paperwork.
was,
I'm sorry, I missed that part.
yeah.
Okay.
So the
So
first four,
you own the features.
yeah,
Okay.
the first four I own them,
Okay.
and Cash is one of them. So boom, I buy all the features and stuff. So when the first month goes, they did nothing on their behalf of the contract they were supposed to do.
Right.
They're sending me more flyers. I'm promoting his shows and my shows at the same time, tagging everybody, uploading pictures. I took him sightseeing. We took pictures. I showed him how to do like you're supposed to be an artist that's dealing with the woo. Like I had to put everything together and pay for everything. And then like y'all have the nerve to turn around and be like that basically I owe money if I don't deal with their artist. Your artist is not living up to his half of the contract. So there is no contract because y'all already destroyed it. Y'all already
Mm.
destroyed it. So they wanted to talk about, oh, do you have a management team? I actually don't. However, I have a good music lawyer. And I have
Right.
people that I've been dealing with for years. And I know how to read and write contracts. I'm a label owner and artist owner. I own my label, The Great Ones Entertainment. And I own Tony Cold Heart Freezes. And I own Legacy the Great as artist.
So you had
So
some like a partnership.
yeah, so it was basically it was what do you call it? A collaboration deal contract
Okay.
where I come do what I do, and supposedly they were gonna end
It's
up
like a joint
helping
venture. It was like
helping.
two businesses getting together for
Yeah, basically it was two labels getting together, and supposedly I was supposed to get monetized and eat off of it, and they were supposed to bring all this promotion, all this publicity, all these posts, and it never happened. It didn't. It
Wow.
turned into me, Pops from the barbershop, Bill Naveau, D12 manager, my friend, me and my people promoting everything we were doing with them, all the way to the shows. We did the July 3rd show, the Independence Day show, and that was where it started at. That I went to that show, and the whole team he brung was unprofessional. They made us look bad. I don't drink before a show. I don't know if y'all saw that when I was at that show. I don't
Right.
drink before a show. I don't drink at shows. I might smoke weed, but all that there was issues where they were busy chasing females and all types of it was just wild. While I'm doing sound check, your artist is over there playing with females and getting drunk. And then when the time came, they try to tell the promoter and the person who got us the slot, which that person paid for the slot for us, they try to tell them, oh, I'm not performing tonight.
Okay.
Because they came as a Wu Tang affiliate. They felt like they could be like, so I was like, bro, listen, you going up there, you're doing your performance. I told his manager. I was like, bro, these people came here for me and you.
Hmm.
Because they believe we're working on this big project and we're doing like, I got him over here. And then basically, if it would have kept going,
Right.
somehow it would have became drama because they were trying to basically do me dirty with the rest of the features and keep all of the rights. I'm lucky that I snatched the ones that I snatched now. You know what I'm saying? And then he's talking about this. Hold on. I don't know if the video keep going. Yes, the video keep going. So then he's talking about this.
we can see you. I can see you. You can see
You straight. You straight.
Okay, what was I told right here? I told you I just spoke to him. He
him.
said, so supposedly, let's see who he said he was.
You good?
He said he's in charge of ZGA tours and program director of Hot 97.
Okay.
That's what he told
And
me. He
that's the
said
guy you're dealing with, right?
that's
Or
why he
was
said
dealing with.
that that's the guy I was dealing with. And
Okay.
today I try to settle this shit with him again.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, so it's weird because he's trying to tell me like, look, they don't want to give me the features. However, he wants me to sign a Hot 97 contract with him and drop the other song and put it with like. So since I'm saying I don't want to do the song with Hot 97 or the contract with him because I don't trust him right now, he
Mhm.
just wants to beef. And he keeps saying, yo, so what's up with Hot 97? Because are you going to do this with it? I don't, this what I'm saying. I told him, your artist needs me. And I feel like y'all need me too. Y'all
Right.
want to be beefing. Y'all heard what I got. They heard what I got in the studio cooking up. They
Hmm.
know
My
what I'm doing.
recommendation is to find a way to negotiate.
And I've been,
Sometimes, I'm not saying give up nothing. I'm saying, I know you're very valuable. They coming after you, they want something, and they came back even after y'all was beefing. If you can find a way to negotiate. And two, I think this is why it's very important for artists to have representation because you are connected to your music a little emotionally versus just keeping it straight
Right.
professional. And so
Exactly.
if you have some representation, then it stays strictly professional and they make it barter some things on your behalf. Let's just say you don't get what you want out of this particular deal, but you put forth another deal where you're going to get it out of the next situation. Or, you find a way again to just negotiate. That's my recommendation. I want to hear the song. And
no, I,
so I'm gonna
Oh,
ask you to do what you got to do to get it out there,
no,
but don't take the
I've
short
tried.
end of the
I've tried.
stick.
I've tried. I'm gonna tell you the truth that it's the attitude. It's the attitude. I'm
It's
not
ego,
funny.
it's men,
I'm,
it's
I'm not
men. They
funny.
got pride, they got
I'm not
ego.
funny. One person on the executive board made a gang threat, and I had to tell him like, I don't want to get into that, but I had to tell him like, bro, I don't fear death. So you got the wrong dude. And gangs don't scare me. I grew up in a whole gang neighborhood that them niggas know what my name is. So when it starts turning unprofessional like that, where you're like, oh, this is the issue here. That's what it
Mhm.
turned into. But then they hit me up. They so it's like we want you to drop this song with Hot 97, and we're gonna put it everywhere. We want to work with you, but you have to do what we say. And me, I'm not a yes man. I'm Mr. Guard Your Throat season on Max. I'm not gonna do what you say. I'm not, because they're trying to tell me to just drop all this shit for them without getting contracts, without signing no paperwork. They want to just get mad bars off of me, mad songs off of me. I wrote a bunch of hooks that are reggaeton and dembow that I got seats. So even though I don't have representation, I know enough people in the industry that we are currently working with somebody. I'm about to come out on Raekwon's album
Okay.
on the mixtape Rakim got coming up, and that's
Hmm.
because I deal with Bill Navoa, D12's manager. So the features they were giving me for D12 anyway, they don't know I could have went right to Bill Navoa and got them from Bill Navoa anyway. I know D12's manager. I didn't have to buy the
So
features. They were telling me
despite the
anyway.
contract you have with them, you still what you're saying is you still moving and you still got stuff
Yeah,
popping anyway.
I'm linked in. So that's what. So what happened was they made the first thing was we'll shut down all your shows. That was
Hmm.
the first thing. And when
But
they
we
said
see that's not happening.
when they when they said that, Pops from the barbershop stepped in, and, and he gave me a call, and I was woken up before work, which I work early. And that's when I called them and I was like, bro, we playing these type of games. Like, dudes is making calls. You got people calling, people starting shit. Like, people know my name. I got people in the industry I deal with for years. I've opened for Styles P. I've opened, I'm a headliner.
Right,
I've
right,
opened
right,
for P, all types of like. So they must have thought they ran into a new artist that just don't know what the hell he doing.
right. Okay. So,
And,
okay, you talked about all that and you said you mentioned D12. Let's talk about the record, Go For It All.
all right, so Go For It All is the feature that I got with Cassius from D12. And this is the first one I wanted to drop this year. Because it's like we played a little scheme like mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the great? Because I'm trying to let them know the great is coming. So it's basically go for it. I'm coming for it all. And
Right,
I mean, it's called go for it all. I let Cassius open it. He opened it. The verse he sent me is stunning. And then I wrote the whole hook and I closed it. And I do close it with the English and Spanish, but I got a new twist to it, so I sound a little calmer compared to all
hmm,
the fast stuff that I be hearing. I'm actually, because now I'm starting to rap slower, so people, like she said, I couldn't really hear you. When I rap slower, I noticed that even with the English and Spanish, people catch the wave and the vibe, and they're like, oh yeah, they semi understand it better. So this
right,
song,
right,
Don't For It All, Legacy the Great, featuring Cassius from D12 is where I wanted to start this year. And then next is Bizarre. I just spoke to D12's manager this morning. And next is Bizarre. I got a hook from Bizarre, and that features next. We're gonna go with D12 first, because I got their manager behind me, and people didn't know this.
right. Okay, yeah, I definitely like the track. Um, I think it's gonna be a banger. It's a little different.
Thank you.
So you have it, it's already out. You got distribution. Tell me what you're doing with the song.
I'm letting. I was gonna let. I don't know if y'all putting it on the radio. I'm gonna let y'all air it first, and then I'm gonna just go crazy
Yeah,
with the song.
definitely. That's the track we got. You know what I'm saying? We've been banging
Yeah,
it,
we're gonna do your we're gonna
and
definitely
we're gonna bang
be
it all week. We're gonna bang it all week on
I
independent
tell
mix.
people
You know
this
what I'm
is the.
saying? Make sure we get it over to DJ. You know,
I don't give a
yes,
I
and
definitely wasn't even gonna do nothing. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I wasn't gonna do nothing until around New Year's with Legacy, and then Cold Heart, the coldest summer ever, is obviously gonna drop in the summer. So that song was gonna go to that album. But I was like, you know what? My performance has been picking up since after my birthday in August, and people
right,
been asking again, what's your next
hmm
song? When's the next mixtape? When's the next album? And then
hmm
Flyy been helping me out. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna leak this one, put it out, and get to work. I'm gonna be impressed to get to work right now. So
okay,
basically,
Let's go.
once it comes out, like she said, what are you doing with the features? Yeah, I feel like I've been babysitting, but it was due to issues that I had once again involving myself with the industry. where I'm an independent artist who I make most of my calls. I buy
Right.
all of my shit, so I don't really like. I'm up for management right now. I'm up to
Mhm.
having somebody like I want to be just the artist.
That's what's up.
I make beats. I engineer. I've been doing it for years. I got a page on Reverb Nation where you can hear all the beats and the mixtape that I
Right.
made with these angels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of being the producer, the promoter. I ran a club out here for a year. I was the host, the DJ, the artist. I was bringing shows. I was making flyers. Everybody was involved with that.
Now you just the artist.
I want to be finally at my 25-year independent. I want to be just the artist. I want to have a manager, a producer, a promoter, an engineer, somebody I can reach out to and be like, I'm having these type of issues in this type of part of my career, and I need your help with it. But I'm tired of doing all the extra work. I got bars and I got art. I've been doing music 25 years, and the album is called 25 to Life. I'm ready to go for the rest of that. I'm feeling good. I'm
That's
still
Right.
what's
performing.
up. That's what's
Now,
up.
now,
Performing 25 years later. I still go out there and people compliment me and say, yo, what you just did was fire. And I'm not going to lie, that last show that we just did in Stroudsburg, that's what woke me back up. Because
right.
every that day, even though I had to go, my fiance was fresh out the hospital. Even
Right.
though I had to go
Oh,
Then,
before I went, everybody spoke to me before I left and made
right.
sure that, like, damn, you leaving? Like, I wanted pics with you. I wanted to talk to you. I'm
yeah, like where you
Yeah. But
going?
that's why I was great. Ask the next question. How do you balance all this, but between the family and all the kids? Now, how many kids do you actually have?
And rest
like,
in peace to your people, your grandbaby.
so I got 18 kids and 6 grandchildren.
18. That's a
Woo,
lot
six
to manage.
grandkids.
I'll never say nothing different because some of them, I'm only say this once. Some of them, 12 of mine by blood, but the ones I raised, even they call me daddy, and I was there when their dads were. I raised them from diapers,
Okay.
and I'm in all my
Understand.
kids' lives. I'm in all my grandkids' lives. Yeah, some of my kids are older. We have disagreements. Don't talk for a while. You know how that goes. But
Right.
like, it's right now I'm working as a safety supervisor for the top internet company that's coming out during the worldwide. So I
And you got one on
actually,
the way.
no, I don't got no kids on the way. I I
Okay.
I work 7 to 7. You said how do I deal with it? It's hard, bro. I work 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday. So my wife lives 2 hours away. She comes here. She gets here Friday. She leaves after work. Gets here 2 hours later. Some weekends we spend them just alone. This is our alone weekend. This is our. And then the next weekend we'll spend it with the kids. My kids live in different states or in different part of the state, so we'll pick what kids we're gonna go see one weekend, the one kids we're gonna go see the other weekend.
That's
And as
what's up.
far as the music I do it every night on my alone time. Like I get home
Right.
at 7, I'm up writing 8, 9, 10. I go to bed at 1 in the morning and gotta be up at 6. So
Right.
like to me, the managing thing is the hardest thing. So I've decided my Saturday and Friday shows, which I've done since I was young. If I do a Friday or Saturday show twice or once a month forever, it fits into my schedule. Cause even my kids will know, listen, that day is off. I gotta like the Stroudsburg one. Like, listen, I can't see nobody this day. I got a show. So
Right.
that's where that I save up to that. Like I do my music. I make sure my music comes. Like people are like, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna have a show this month. If I don't, like, it's hard. I mean, I get no rest. People do not
Right.
know that.
Right.
7 to 7 every day. Sometimes we don't have Sunday off. I'm the safety supervisor, so it's like balancing out. Like I was saying earlier to you, Fly. Like it's balancing out where you can fit it in at. And I've learned that I can fit in my kids and the music on the weekends,
That's what's up.
my responsibility and my career during the week. And that's how I gotta keep it. And that was the issue. I'm gonna tell you the truth with that label. That they wanted me to just stop working on a contract I was working on in St. Louis for HVAC and come back here. And I did come back here and I paid for everything and got no results.
Mm.
Right.
Ended up
Wow.
without a job, ended up getting this all just happened. Ended up getting evicted because the landlord didn't want to hear this shit after 3 years. So I had to move to a new place, get a new
Mm.
job, start all over because I trusted this label was like, yo, everything is about to change, this and that. Just come out here. No, me and my shorty went out there and blew 4,800 and ruined a lot of shit. Like it ended up bad for me recently. So now I'm
Mm.
focused again and I'm not letting nobody steer me no other direction No other direction.
That's
Okay.
what's up. So talk to us about the song we're gonna play today. What was your motivation behind it? I know Fly just got you to talk to us about the D12 artist. How did you meet him? How did y'all even connect?
So
Did
I've
you
known,
know his manager already?
yeah, I knew Bill Navoa since about, I moved up here 2016. I knew Bill Navoa, their manager, since 2018. And then I started running a club out here. And in the front was the Vibe with Whitey Curtis, who used to be the promoter for Wu-Tang Clan. And in the back was the Castle, and Pops from the barbershop was running it. I was making all the flyers for both of them. So we were running this club together, and everybody says, "Oh, D12's manager never comes out. He never shows up for nobody. He never does nothing for nobody." And he showed up for my show, and he stayed for my show.
That's
And
what's
Okay.
up.
Pops was like, "Yo, that's weird." He ended up getting me the Styles P at the York Stadium show right after. He was like, "I got a stadium for you that I seen your show." Like, so me and him became
Okay.
cool. Me and him became cool. He came to my studio locally. I dropped a drill song. My first drill song ever, named Demons, went crazy. It's on the international radio with Puso 23 and Tomo God, and it was Bill's idea. He was like, "Drop that song." Everybody's saying that you're running from drill. I dropped Demons. I got a shirt, actually. I got it hung up. We ended up making a label, all of that, and the shirt put me on tour for a year and a half. The song put me on tour, and Bill got me more shows. Pops got me
Right.
more shows, and it just, so for me it was, I want to do a D12 feature first,
Okay.
and they introduced me, that it was that label. They introduced me Cassius and Bizarre. Didn't know I knew Bill, so I called Bill immediately, and he was like,
Got you.
He was like, "Get the masters to those."
Okay.
He was like, "Buy them." He was like, "Make sure you watch your ass." He was the one who was like, "Yo, renew your BMI and your ass cap. I feel something's weird. Cause how would you talk to a label about having features with my artist and I don't know about
Mm.
Bet. All right.
it?"
Well,
That's
tell
what
the
made
people
me
where
the
they can
first.
find you at. Let them know what your social media is and how they can get in contact.
Well, on my Reverb Nation, if you go on ReverbNation.com, you can look up Tony Rodriguez, and it'll come up as Legacy the Great, and you'll see all my old material. On Facebook, you can look up The Great Still Remain, and on Instagram, you can look up The Great Still Remain, and on TikTok, now I think my TikTok's the only one that's different. I think my TikTok is The Great Triple O. But everything I got is under the great. I'm actually making a artist page right now. I was making it earlier, and my plan for this song with D12 and Cassius and Bizarre is for us to start off this year right. I'm bringing in 2026 as my 25-year independent. I got a mixtape and an album coming out, and even D12's manager's happy about it. I'm trying to get right back to where I was at. More shows, more videos, more studio sessions.
Definitely.
I'm trying to be outside. I'm not just
I know
one
that's
man.
right. Well,
I'm
we're
not.
excited about it too. We can't wait to hear it. I know it got some bangers on there, even just from what we heard already so far. Go ahead, Fly. Was you about to say something?
No, no, I was listening to you. I was ready to introduce the song.
All right, go ahead, Legacy. Bring us in, Legacy the Great. Bring us in. Let us know about this hit.
This is Legacy the Great. Go for it all, featuring Cassius from D12, and that's where we going. We going for it all this year.
Yeah, let's get